podcast. Dan here.
Matt.
Sean.
Curtis.
This is the podcast right before we're going to go to the Midwest Gaming Classic. So we got everybody here that's going to be there. So we can discuss what we hope to see there and what's going to be going on with us.
Yeah, it's. I'm really excited. I think we got 4 days now.
Yeah.
By the time this is edited and put up, probably 2 days. So
That'll be the day I buy my ticket.
You didn't buy your ticket?
I wait for payday.
Oh, my God.
you get paid on Thursday.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. Hopefully.
Except for when it doesesn't email you like mine.
I didn't have that problem.
Mine went
right away.
like immediately.
No, they said they had a problem, but he got back to me. They were real nice about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a problem with their website too because I was doing the art thing. And when I submitted everything, there was no extra submit button after the end after you labeled everything and it was all set in each file because I had the 5 files. There was no extra button. So it's like, what do I do? Just close out the page and hopefully it goes through? So I emailed him afterwards. He's like, yeah, we had a big screw up, but I figured it out. I got all your artwork. We're good. I'm like, that works.
Because you submitted 5 pieces?
5 pieces. So I took them down the other day because after that, after you submit them, they review everything, probably make sure you didn't steal them from other people, stuff like that. Make sure you don't copy, and then they send you
So
a
2
confirmation.
years are going to be good.
Yeah. No, they send you a confirmation then that's like, congratulations, you're part of the show, and blah, blah, blah. So I got that email and sent everything in.
Cool. Before we get into all that, since Kurt's first time on the show, actually, we skipped the whole what are you
What are we
drinking?
drinking?
Yeah.
I'm drinking a Shiner Wild Hair Pale Ale.
I'm drinking the Busch Signature Copper Lager.
I've got Four Brothers Blended Beer Whippersnapper.
And I'm drinking the Lagunitas Little Something Wild Ale.
So, I think we never say really a beer is bad aside from that Abita orange monstrosity. It was terrible.
That was horrible.
What one was that?
They came up with
Abita,
a
like an
citrus type
orange
one. Yeah, it
something.
was really bad.
It was like, here, drink this. It's like lemon juice.
But then
It's
that's
just
not the
sour.
only that's the first beer we said on here that was bad. I bought that Little Bastard beer. Remember that? We couldn't even Ned. He wouldn't even drink it. So that's it's bad.
They don't drink
it was
anything.
so bad. They were just swill. I don't know why. And everybody's like, oh, I like that one. It's by Foster's or Forbes or whatever it is.
Forbes? Yeah, no, it's Foster's.
No, it's not Foster's. Not
Forbes.
Not Foster's they make the Australian beer. It's like a local or a small one with the U.S.
Founders, maybe?
Maybe Founders, something like that. I don't know what it was, but it was gross.
I don't know. I'll have to try it.
Yeah, it was like a aged
Probably.
ale, and yeah, it was
Just have a big tasting one day.
So, yeah, now that we got that out of the way, let's, new part of the recording.
Yep.
Let's, and we start out, and we should, when we get back to Alex, have him do his top 10, because we did miss that.
Yeah.
But, kind of just let everyone know kind of how you got into gaming, and throw out your top 10 games, and we can talk about them for a bit.
I got into gaming because my brother saved up for a Nintendo back in the mid 80s. He had most of the consoles growing up. He had the Nintendo and the Genesis, 32X CD-ROM for the Genesis, PlayStation. I had most of the handhelds up until I decided to buy a 3DO, which I still have all my consoles.
That's
we always
awesome to have a 3DO.
Oh yeah, I still use it. Still got plenty of games. Still a lot of love there. Just kind of took off from there. Always had consoles. Always had handheld games. Got into computer gaming a lot in college. So that's probably pretty much the simplest form of my intro of games. Now, my top 10, it's pain in the ass for me. I don't know if I can say that on here or not, but
Yeah.
for me to
There's
narrow
a
anything,
disclaimer about adult language.
you can beep that up.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Put a little monkey logo over my mouth there.
It's not that.
We're just gonna cover your mouth with the word ass, so when it goes, poof, and then he swears anyways.
There we go. So trying to make a top 10 for me for anything is really a pain. So I made a top 10 of games I like that I probably could not live without. And I don't know if you want to discuss these as I go or just read them through.
We'll probably kind of jump in.
Not in any order. Doom
Great game.
has to be on all my lists. To me, it revolutionized first-person shooters. It made me feel like I was in a room, actual, as opposed to any top-down shooters or side-scrollers.
You got to kill Hitler.
No, that was
Doom.
one.
That was Wolfenstein.
What was it?
Doom
Yeah.
actually had some scare factor, though, too, into it, where you would jump and, would do random things that kind of caught you off guard. It was that the surprise was there, I think, in that game. It was one of the first ones.
Well, you had the surprise. You had non-linear rooms. You had gore. hitting the barrels where they explode and the guys actually turn into mush.
Yeah.
I personally think the game still holds up today. You know, you play games like GoldenEye, you can look at it and say, oh, this kind of feels dated compared to any 3D roaming first-person shooter. Doom, I can pick that up and still have just as much fun.
Does that include Doom 3?
I haven't played it too much.
Yeah,
It was too dark.
yeah, that was one bad thing about it, but like just the whole game, which is really...
It didn't feel like Doom.
No.
It felt like something else. Fable is on my top, and that's actually the game I'm playing right now is Fable Anniversary, and really good game. They made it for the Xbox 360 exclusive, so they can have all of the Fable series on one generation. Definitely changed my perspective of our action RPGs.
I enjoyed Fable. I played all 3. I didn't really like the third one too much. And then I didn't play Fable Connect. The one that came out for the 360.
Yeah, nobody blames you.
All I played was, I didn't play the first one because I didn't have the original
Yeah, I
played
Xbox.
2.
But then, I played Fable 2 and I really liked it.
Well, I can lend you the first one when I finish it.
Yeah,
Well,
It's a
the first
regular
one's super
Xbox.
good.
Oh, they redid it for 360.
Yeah, they did.
Anniversary just came out, which is the HD remake.
Yeah.
It's the first time when you really decided, like, when they had, like, the name sequence in there, and you're like the chicken chaser and all that
Oh,
stuff. I always just like that little things about it.
Yeah, I'm still the chicken chaser, and my guy's not evil or good yet. Because are you guys familiar with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little different, though, than Fable 2. Fable 2's evil doesn't go as far into depth because you were wearing more armors and stuff like that. Because, Fable 1, when I was playing through, my guy actually grew, like, wings and horns because I was so evil.
And you
like,
get a stink cloud around you.
Yeah. Like my good one, he actually gets the halo and, like, the white wings and stuff. So it was, like, really cool that it had all that stuff on there.
Yeah, people fear from you if you're evil.
Yeah,
you have
and
a
like-
stink cloud around you. If you're good, you've got butterflies flying around you.
And when you're super evil, like, your eyes glow red and
Yep.
everything. It's really cool.
Really?
Yes, that was my input.
But, like, Fable 2, I think it just starts where it's, like, it starts to crack your face, like, color-wise, I think. And that's about really as far as they really took it. Because then you start putting armors on, and then you can get, like, the special edition Halo armor. That if you had...
Fable 2?
Yeah, I think it was Fable 2 had the Halo armor. If you go in and you pre-order something, you can get the Halo armor. And it's in, like, your chest in that one big legendary room or whatever it was.
Give me more bag.
No.
I think
There's...
that's Fable 3 then.
Mm-mm.
No?
Fable 3 was introduction of the dog, right?
No, that's 2.
That's
That's
two?
Fable 2 at the dog.
Yeah.
Fable 3 is the one where you got the room with the gold that can pile up.
Yeah, in that
The
room.
armory.
In that room, and they have, like, the different chests in that room.
Yeah, that's...
It preloads, like, if you did something with Halo, X, I did it, and you get the Halo armor.
Okay.
And it's just a green armor, but it looks cool.
I loved boxing games. To me, the best one is Fight Night Round 2, which I had for the original Xbox. The other boxing game I really liked was for the Genesis called Greatest Heavyweights. And I don't know, the Fight Nights on the other ones, I haven't played the latest, the Champion, but you could build up your guy, you can work them out, there's training. As they get older, they actually age, their training is less effective. Fights with that can actually be really quite entertaining as your guy's 40s and trying to keep up with some young fighters in his 20s. So I don't know if you ever had a chance to play that game, but absolutely love that game.
Yeah.
I never got
original
into...
You got DQ'd all the time for headbutting.
Did you? There's a button to prevent you from doing that.
And that was, like, one of the
Do it,
first ones that
too.
started, right, with the swipe motion for punching, where you actually,
Yep.
like, swipe the controller left and right.
Yeah.
I think I had that one for the regular Xbox.
Yeah, 2 came out for the Xbox, and the first
Yeah.
one, I think I was in Germany when that one came out.
Yeah, I just remember getting it. It was fun.
Yeah.
And then I always liked, you said you had the Sega CD, what was it, Prize Fighter or whatever for there, where it was like an actual little video screen, and it was like,
Oh,
you could see
that was
your
horrible.
hands. I love that game.
There's no depth perception.
No, but it was so cool, and it was like, there was depth because it was a real video.
It was a real video.
But it was just so small because it was like the whole screen had everything else, and this was you fighting in this little itty bitty screen like this.
I could never do it because it's like, okay, he's close enough. And then it's like me trying to punch Sean from here. There's that much distance. You can't tell where it is. And you step closer.
Ready for
It's
this
like
fight
nothing. You
Well,
know?
it was all quick time events, really. Just like Sewer Shark and everything was, where you just had to hit the button at the right time.
No, Sewer Shark, you had to have some accuracy in shooting.
A little bit, not much. But a lot of time, like the dodge stuff, it was just like hit this button here, hit this button here. A lot of the Sega CD games were just quick time events. Because it was a lot of real video.
Hey, Dragon Slayer's in the Smithsonian, so I don't want to hear about
It's a
it.
great game, and it's still a quick
But it's not the one on
I'm
Sega
so-
CD, it's the one on Laserdisc.
I really wanted to get out to the Smithsonian when they had that video games exhibit, but obviously I didn't. But it's touring. I forget for how many years the exhibit's touring. I know it's hitting like Phoenix and I don't remember where else, but I did want to try to get to one of them.
Are they bringing it here or
No. I mean, maybe in the future that would be great. We've got room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got a really good art museum, so
Definitely
that would be
museum.
very cool.
Next on the list would have to be a tie between Gran Turismo and Forza. Love racing games.
This guy's got like a top 40 list right there.
Top four. Oh. Well, I just to see, I can't pick one over the other. You know, there's the first concept game where you could race your cars that were standard street cars. You know, it's not like what is it, Top Gear? You hop in the Lamborghini or the Lotus or the Porsche. This you could hop in like a Honda Civic or Dodge Intrepid, and then you could soup it up. You could like soup up your personal cars in the game to see how they worked. You know, very modified, I'll say. Grand Theft Auto 5, I have to say, is probably on my list.
The time sink.
Yeah, the time sink.
Yeah.
We
geez.
spent 2 hours last night doing the like gate propulsion, or just flips the car across the map.
I've been, I usually spend 2 hours trying to connect to the different network.
Yeah, me too.
Jeez, it's
Speaking of
terrible.
Grand Theft Auto, though, they got the update coming out, and they also announced
Tonight, I
heists. Heists are coming out
Yeah,
spring.
in spring
Oh,
they said for heist.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a new car, some new clothes, and a bullpup rifle heist. A bullpup rifle. The ability to have a second apartment.
Yeah, but they
bigger
didn't
garage.
announce. Well, they didn't announce if you could get 2 garages with that. It may be the same garage because like it would just preload all your cars.
Well,
in
you
the
can
same
buy the
garage.
you can buy the
Yeah.
mansions now too.
That I didn't read.
Yeah,
That
they
was
were
really
talking
cool.
about building new apartments, stuff like that in different areas because then you could have one in the top of the map and then one in the bottom, but there was nothing added yet. They just said that there was the ability to run to, because it's like, what is it called, the luxury download or
It'd
something?
be cool if you could have like a
Okay.
shack.
High life.
The highlights.
A shack like up in the mountains.
See, that would be cool because then like if you need to save or go somewhere, you go right there. And
Trevor's
then,
trailer park.
Yeah.
that would be nice to have something like
That's my
that.
16-footer right there. The tarp
I'm
garage.
getting a double wide, come on.
Get the ones that expand as you go.
Yeah, because
Park
then
it.
what would that allow you to do? Like 20 cars?
If they give you an additional 10
Garage.
car
Big
garage.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, can't you go and also buy a garage
No.
aside from
It would be the same garage.
If you buy the garage, you sell your house. You can only have one at a time. A garage is considered a property. So if you
Oh, that's
bought,
weird. Why would you just? Yeah. Okay.
I've seen someone that had trouble getting into his like garage, so he bought a secondary garage and he still couldn't get into that one. But then like when they finally fixed it, he could get into one and it was just the same garage. Like they had all his cars back and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter which garage he went into.
Well,
So that's why I think that's what's going to happen when you own a secondary
Was
house.
that you or Jeremy in the back of the box truck last night?
Jeremy.
Okay. Put him in the back. Have you guys done the gate launch where you have like a
I
person?
didn't do it, but I've
I
seen
don't
it.
think so.
Same
You-
as the swing
Yeah,
set.
you have a
in
person
Grand
like
Theft Auto.
crouched against
Oh,
the
yeah.
thing. But we put Jeremy in the back of the box truck, and the truck got like shot like straight up in the air.
Oh,
And
Sean went like 5 miles away.
You just see Jeremy's like his guy just like smashed around and like fell out and just fell back to earth. I landed on a roof like way downtown in the city. It was. It would have been fun more people. Then we had like the infinite number of police there. Yeah, because Kurt was killing.
Remember that we were trying to do that mission and my batteries died? That
Yes.
sucked.
Talking about the controller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I like couldn't find batteries, so I'm texting Sean like, "Shit, I'm trying to find batteries." And then I just see like I just hear all the police sirens, and there were just like cops surrounding me, but they couldn't kill me because my controller wasn't connected.
It's a good thing you weren't flying a plane.
Yeah. And then. But
Everybody
the
else is
thing is,
passengers.
yeah, right when I put in the batteries, I was like, all right, I'm going to try to get away. But it was one of those missions with like the semi-trucks, and it's like impossible, and they couldn't pull me out of the truck to drive it away. So I pretty much got killed immediately after I turned the controller on.
That works.
What else you got?
Metal Gear Solid, the first one, which I'm still upset that they didn't do an HD remake for Xbox 360, because they released the HD remake for the second, third, and Peace Walker, which is the PSP, and then later on they released the first one in HD only for the PS3, but they didn't do it for the 360.
Yeah, because I heard after, this is what they were talking about in one of like the things, that after they had re-released it for like the GameCube, was it, where they changed like to the first person shooting on it, where like you could like the one major enemy where you could just hide in the corner then and be like, where's he gonna go, and it just pops up, shoot him. They kind of like ruined the story of it, so they kind of were worried if they did the same one, it would have to be that one because that one's the most updated one. and they were afraid that people just wouldn't want to play it anymore because of that. So I don't know if they're gonna still make one because maybe they'll go back, but that was what the talk was.
I think the time's passed. I can't imagine them going back and doing it for the 360 now. Not with the other systems though.
Well, even with the new game, like everyone played it. I heard there's a way to walk through the game, like you walk from point A to point B in 7 minutes.
Which one? Fan
Well, yeah,
Fan?
but who?
Or-
The brand new one that just
Ground
came out.
Zeroes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like the little side story thing. But the thing is, you can do that with a lot of games. I mean, you know, you can go and you can beat Skyrim in probably 2
But they have
hours.
speed players. I mean,
Right.
Yeah, but a lot of speedruns. I mean, even if you would speedrun through like Fallout, like the last
Yeah.
one, it's still like 3-4 hours.
Yeah, but I mean, the
But
game
you
is
still gotta
what you
do all
make
the
of it.
amazing, yeah.
So, yeah, hey, someone's going to find an exploit. Like those guys that do Super Mario 64 in like 5 minutes with 2
the guys
stars
that
or
do,
something.
But the thing is, like, I would've wished-
time in, like, 20
I probably would have
minutes.
played
Yeah.
it if they would have just made it cheaper in that case where you're like, well, at most it's only a couple hours, so why pay $30 for it?
It is like 30 bucks.
I
We were
know.
just at the store. It was like 30 bucks.
That's why I said it should be cheaper than that.
It is cheaper.
Than $30? No,
Well,
it is
oh.
$30. It should be cheaper than $30 is what I said twice now.
Oh. Alright. I don't know. I never... And my brother really loved the
This
first
comes from the
Metal
cheap
Gear.
gamer over here that always complains about everything, and he's like, oh, it's
Dan?
only $30. Danny.
Dan liked it?
Yeah, my brother.
Yeah.
Danny. And I could never get into it. I don't know.
I had the demo before that game came out, and all it did was the first board where you swim up and you run around before you get up to the helicopter. You just do that first stage, and just the ability for him to sneak around, to lose track of the enemies, to knock on the wall to draw their attention. When you walked outside and they first spotted your snow footprints, no other game had that at the time.
Yeah. Oh, it was...
It was groundbreaking. It was like I played that probably at least 50 times, that demo alone.
I still have the original one for the NES upstairs.
Do you?
Metal Gear. I always liked that what they did with that one though, especially with the GameCube one, because that's where I played it on, where it would read your memory card.
Yeah.
So like the bad guy was like, "I see you like Mario Sunshine." I was like, "What?"
Oh, yeah, that was, like... That was the
Psycho
second one?
Mantis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Psycho Mantis.
Mantis, and I see you're careful. You save often. As you can see from your
That was a good gimmick.
probably one of the games I spent most time out of any game, Minecraft. I don't
Man,
know.
still never dove in.
I played a little bit on PC, not like anything really, like maybe 10 minutes. I want to get it when it comes out in the Xbox One or the PS4, depending on what everyone else gets it on.
Yeah, I'm told it's supposed to be a lot more like the computer.
Mhm.
I haven't gotten it for the 360 for the fact that the world is limited, and it's based on the memory of the hardware and the processing power.
Yeah.
Whereas on the computer, pretty much you head in a direction, it'll keep generating land forever and ever and ever.
I'm
Yeah.
hearing though you can port it over, like if you have the 360 version, when they open up the Xbox One version, you can bring like everything you saved over.
Can you?
That's what they're talking about. So everyone's saying that
Why
you
don't you
have to
start
rebuild
working
it.
on it on 360? then?
Because I don't want to have to buy them both. But that would be awesome if we could build stuff and like start a world and record it and stuff. Especially since now that 360 is going to be able to port their videos instead of going right to Twitch and stuff. They're going to go right to YouTube. So that'd be cool.
Well, I mean, yeah. I'd have to get it for PS4. Obviously.
Yeah. Well, I can get it for PS4 too if I have to play with you.
If you have to. Making it sound all horrible. If I have to play with you. Mortal Kombat 9.
I didn't even know they went that high.
Well, that's they redid it like 2 or 3 years ago. They came out for the 360. They went, so they came out
Is that
Mortal
the
Kombat
one before Marvel or versus DC?
after.
After that.
So they kind of used that as a test, but that was more child friendly. I think it's rated for teen. Yeah, they used the updated graphics. It's still 2D side scroller. It's none of the 3D garbage that they've made in the past, and it's perfect. It's everything I've wanted in a game, up to date. Controls are just like the classic games. Lots and lots of gore.
So you don't have like a 48 button combination to do your moves?
No.
It seemed like they started getting excessive with the amount of like maneuvers you had to make to pull off certain moves after about like number 3.
No, they've yeah, pretty much. They took the best of the Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3,
Okay.
in my opinion, and made it. And it's got the best story mode ever. You go through and it walks through every character of who they are, why they're in the tournament, and even like Cyrax and the other robot. And they kind of, they go into the Cyber Initiative. They show you as human
The
form.
Cypher?
I will have to look it up.
Yeah.
But they show them as humans and why they actually go into the cybernetic initiative. Great backstories.
Did you ever watch the Machinima on it?
I've watched Machinima of a few of them. I'm not sure.
The live action ones?
No,
Those are
I've
really
seen
good.
about 3 of those, but I know they have 2 seasons worth.
Yeah, I watched them all. They're amazing.
Yeah.
Completely out nerded.
That's too much for me to watch.
Well,
I got so much to watch already.
Because they do all like the cool characters too, and they even did like Reptile and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
Baraka in the first season, and like he's like a serial killer, and like they're hunting him down.
Yeah, because they're all humans.
Yeah,
And Reptile's a guy that's got a skin disease and is,
yeah, it's a good storyline. Even like they did what's his name, Raiden, and he was like everyone thought he was crazy. Like he came down to Earth, and they locked him up into a mental institute because nobody believed what he was telling them. And they were just drugging him so he couldn't do anything. Finally escapes like at the end of like the first season. It was really good. His story was good.
I might have to check that out. It's been a while since I played a good fighting game. What? Street Fighter 4?
oh.
See,
I
I
didn't
didn't
like
That's what I
that.
got into.
The last
What?
Mortal Kombat I bought though was the one before
I
DC,
played a
which
lot
was
of it.
on 360.
Which one?
The one before versus DC, I bought
Oh.
that one on 360.
Okay.
And then they had like that stupid story mode where it wasn't like you played as each character. You had to play like a actual story and like run through like a story mode,
Like
like
Final
run.
Fight or something,
Yeah.
where you're just going through beating up a bunch of
And it was like you're in the graveyard and you have to do all this stupid stuff, and it was weird.
I'll bring it over. We'll have some kind of monkey tournament or something.
Yeah.
We mentioned it briefly in conversation earlier. Skyrim.
Love that game.
I
I
did
still
not
gotta
want
go
to
back
get
and play
sunk
more
into
of
it.
it. Yeah.
So you haven't played it?
No, I played Oblivion the last one, and then I decided not to play Skyrim just because I didn't want to waste all my time into it.
I got stuck at a point. I had like the last place that I saved, and I never saved multiple games for that. I have like 3 dragons, and it's like I start, and it's like, look, you're dead. Like, oh,
Why would you
fuck.
save in the middle of a bunch of dragons and not have any other save? That's your problem.
You should always multiple
This is
saves.
cool. I gotta come back.
Oh my god, save!
Like 45 hours in, and it's like, hey, look, I got 3 dragons right here. I'm
He's
fucked.
saved in the middle of nowhere, outside, and he's a vampire in the daytime.
That's what happened to me in Oblivion, is I got so far into the vampirism, it's like I could not go outside. It was bad.
Keeper's like, full moon, I'm gonna die.
Yeah. But, oh man, I probably sunk close to 200 hours into Skyrim.
I've never even checked, but yeah. Beautiful game. Still one of the best looking games on the system.
I like how, just the weather and stuff, it really pulls you into the
yeah.
world. Like, the environments change, and the seasons change, and the weather and everything.
Except some of the logic is a little screwy. Like if there's a chicken in the road and you kill it, all hell breaks loose. Everybody wants to kill you. It's like you kill like one chicken and all the guards come. They'll fight you until you're dead. Just for it's like, dude, can I just
That was
pay you
their
like
chicken.
Can't you pay like? Well, I'm sorry, my
It's the
bad.
sacred chicken.
It was like the town
Here's-
chicken.
Here's 20 gold. Here's 100 gold. Let me have my
You
life.
should have
No.
learned your lesson from Zelda.
Yeah.
Don't kill a chicken.
But breaking all their pots is okay.
Well, it's in their house.
And then the last of my top 10, Suikoden 2.
Great game.
To me, the best
No
RPG.
idea what that is.
Yeah, never.
Wow.
It's
That's a great game, but I couldn't say best RPG. But
it's to me that's the graphical style I like for RPGs. For the turn-based, I don't like the 3D graphic ones. I never got into. I know you're a big Final Fantasy fan, but I've never got into their world. To me, Suikoden 2 has perfect graphics. Love the story of all the different options, 108 different endings based on the characters you have. You
Yeah.
can build a castle, you get characters like, oh, this guy will build an elevator, but you need to find him first. This person's going to have a warehouse, but you have to find them first.
yeah, I think, and that was the most fun to me, is you got to find all these people, and they're all have their own story.
Yep.
And yeah, it was a good game. It didn't make my top 10 list, but that was probably one of my favorite PlayStation 1 games.
I have other ones. I don't know if you want me to just read through them real quick.
Yeah, we all had like our honorable mentions
Yeah.
too. We were like, oh, we
We
can't
all
play
had like
no crap.
20.
Yeah,
All right, I'll read through
so
them
let's
fast.
gotta
if you wanna-
breeze through them, man.
So, Banjo and Kazooie,
Never played it.
Good game.
N64, Counter Strike,
Good game.
Dragon Warrior,
Awesome game.
GoldenEye.
NES Dragon Warrior?
Yes.
Yeah.
The one that,
Free-
the one that came
the first one,
That
the free
came
one.
with Game Power?
Nintendo
Or
Power.
Nintendo Power?
And I didn't
Yeah.
have Nintendo Power, so I just played it well after the fact.
GoldenEye, Mafia 2,
Great game.
Mario 64,
Yep.
Need for Speed Underground 2, Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, that was on, I think,
Great game.
all of our lists.
My one and only 3DO game on the list, Road Rash.
That's awesome.
But that's an old
Didn't they have
Sega
that on
game.
Sega CD
Yeah,
too?
Sega
Or-
Genesis.
Oh yeah, just Genesis.
We played that on Genesis.
Well, Genesis has Road Rash
And Road
1
Rash
and 2.
2,
And then they finally, when they came out with the 3DO, they updated the graphics, the stories. Well, not that there is much.
Story.
Yeah.
Ride motorcycle, hit guy with club or chain, win race.
Rock Band 3.
Nice.
That's my favorite party game. Street Fighter 2 and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade.
That's a good one.
So that's my lists.
It's interesting to see how different it was. Like we
Well,
seem
even-
to have a lot of,
We all had like 3 or
A
4
handful of
core
similar
games,
games?
and then
and I think the only one, I think I had Vice City on mine, and
Yeah,
you
I had
had
Vice
San
I had 4.
Andreas.
San Andreas, because I played San Andreas.
Well, that was before
Yeah.
5 came out.
yeah.
Well, so,
Right.
like, but we were talking like all time. Vice City was basically the game that really made GTA super popular. Like 3 was really good, and then Vice City came out, and it was like,
Yeah.
Vice City was just versed so well for the time frame
Yeah.
that they put the game in. I mean,
Yeah.
and like the '80s music, everybody loved.
Oh, that music.
Everybody loved like
Yeah,
when you
the vehicles,
do
and
enough
suits,
killing.
when the fucking Vice guys pull up and
Miami
jump
Vice,
out
that
at
was
you.
always awesome.
yeah.
LT's in the game, Lawrence Taylor. Great.
Owning property, and then
Yep.
did the whole Scarface thing in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. The ability to steal like the tank and the helicopter and stuff in that game.
But yeah, and like I mean, we didn't have any computer games. I think you might have one. And
Yeah, because I was never that big of a computer game player. Every once in a while, I played one and stuff like that.
Actually, I didn't even think of.
I think I have Warcraft 2 on mine.
I mean, like we played Duke
Yeah.
Nukem and everything, and like that Asian
Yeah.
one, which they remade.
Which one?
One where he's like, "You want
Duke
this some
Nukem
wang?"
Forever.
Oh no,
Yeah.
he's talking about shit.
They remade it recently.
Yeah,
Which one?
It's like an Asian type of game.
it's
where
like Duke Nukem.
Duke
It's
Nukem, but
Shadow Warrior.
something like that. Yeah, and they
Where
remade it
You're
recently.
Lo Wang, and he goes in. There's like women like bathing themselves, and he's like, "Oh, you want us some Wang?
And they always
You
put,
want
like,
to watch
fortune
Wang? You want to
cookies
watch
and
Wang? Watch Wang."
this
It's funny.
sounds like this is like the low point.
Oh,
of the
yeah, it's
podcast
horrible.
right now.
It's a very pun-filled game, but it's
Other than that, what did we play a lot when we were kids on computer? Golf.
had a lot of golf.
Heroes
Golf.
Quest,
I didn't
Hero
play
Quest.
that.
which also became known as Quest for Glory series because of a copyright infringement based on a board game called Heroes Quest.
There was a board game called Hero Quest.
Hero
and I
Quest.
had-
Hero Quest.
That game was awesome.
That was like, let's introduce kids to D&D.
Yeah, it was like the gateway drug.
It's like, oh, your parents don't want you to worship the devil? Well, you're going to anyways.
Yeah. So, well, now that we got all this stuff out of the way, we usually talk about too. What are the games, the free
Yeah.
games out? PlayStation Plus this month. Arkham City. If you haven't played Arkham
Dude, it's a
City,
great game.
you can download it for free for PlayStation 3 right now.
Is that the first one or second one?
That's the second one. Did you play both of them?
I have a copy of the first one lent to me, but I have so many games I've been trying to play that I haven't had time to actually play it.
Yeah.
No,
Sorry,
that's-
Brian.
That's the hard part. It's like he's not going to watch it anyway. I can't wait to see what they do with Arkham Knight.
Yeah, I'm
The
excited.
Oh,
fact that
man.
they're expanding it so that you can actually drive the Batmobile and like
Yeah.
fly the Batwing
It's
in
going
the
to
city.
be like
So
GTA
not gonna,
Batman.
It's not going to be
I like the
giant
cool thing
buildings
about
with
the
little
Batmobile.
ass roads. The roads are going to be.
Well, no, they still have-
They're going to be navigable.
But they are still like
Well, which
small
Batman?
enough that you have
cares?
have to like make the turn perfectly because everything's destructible too with the Batmobile. If you hit like the side of a building, it'll like break off parts of the
Yeah.
building. Cars will like get ruined. But then there's a cool thing about the Batmobile where if you're driving, you can actually jump out of ejection sheet and glide across. Now that's cool.
Yeah, I can't wait. So I'm going to have to save.
And then Harley Quinn will be.
I got to
the
finish up
Phantom player.
Origins yet.
Yeah, a lot of
have
people
it?
said you don't have to play
Arkham Origins? Yeah.
Yeah.
I picked it up
You
like
should,
I gotta finish
lend
mine.
it to me, yeah.
I can lend it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's not.
stick
It's
it through.
actually not
Man,
made.
that's the truth. And you got to borrow me.
It's
what's
not
called
made by the
Dash
same people,
Infamous.
I know.
No, yeah.
Arkham Origins was just kind of an offshoot. And it was like, well, Warner Brothers wanted to see what they could do with
That's
it.
why they also consider the new one part of their trilogy.
Yeah.
What I do like is DC allowed them to and came up with their own writer to create a new villain for Batman.
Yeah.
The Arkham Knight is a new villain. He looks like Batman, like a metal armor suit, but he carries guns and stuff.
Yeah.
They show him actually kicking the shit out of Batman in one of the new previews. It looks really good.
Why not? They're going to have to do that to make
Yeah,
play the game
but
as
I
big
mean,
as that.
but he's gonna be in other stories. So even if they kill him off in here, they'll spawn him off into a comic or something. That's what they're talking about because this is the 75 years of Batman right now. So
Speaking of new
Yeah,
stories,
long
did
time.
you guys see the new Punisher graphic novel that came out?
No.
Punisher kills the Marvel Universe. It's pretty much the Punisher going off and killing every
Well,
fucking
they have-
Marvel character that they have.
I think it's included into the Original Sin storyline right now that's going on. Original Sin has everybody's storylines.
This was a new
Where-
graphic novel.
Yeah, but
Just
they
really-
started
I
his
was
off in the
confused
Original
between
Sin,
Marvel and DC.
where because somebody killed one of the
No,
Watcher.
whole new world.
No,
Because the Punisher has
bridges off of that.
no.
You're saying.
It's a whole new universe because the Punisher has different. He's not just a guy. He has powers.
I know
in
he
this.
does. Well, yeah, but that's when everyone's stealing powers from other people. Like they didn't know who killed the Watcher, and they had different original sins on who did what. They're talking about their own thing over here. No,
Yeah, we're restocking while you guys get the comics
No,
stuff out of the way.
they had a lot of stuff with the Original Sin and stuff coming through, and they had the Deadpool Original Sin and Captain America because they were trying to figure this all out. And it's really good.
You want to try that brownie?
Speaking
for
of
it?
which, they're
Sure.
showing a lot
It's
more
really good.
for the new X-Men Days of Future Past, which looks really good.
Yes.
Ruining a little bit of some of it with some of the, I guess, advertising. Quicksilver eating a egg McMuffin
I'm gonna
bagel
be
type
drinking
of thing. I
PBR
was like,
tonight yet, so I'll limit my beer intake.
Come on, you're a single guy. You can drink all night.
Yeah, I
You're
get
bigger
up-
than all of
Get up
us.
for work at 5 a.m. No.
I got to go to Madison tomorrow. I'll probably be waking up at like 4:30.
Yeah, and you'll
You
sit on
driving?
a bus.
Yeah. No, I'm not taking a bus. I got to drive out there.
For work?
Yeah. Day out of the city.
There you
Okay, Arkham City. Mercenary Kings for PlayStation 4. Looks like a little kind of retro side-scroller thing where you build your guns and stuff. I downloaded it, haven't played it yet.
Me
'cause
too.
I'm
Downloaded
finally
it.
playing Bioshock Infinite.
go. Do they release different games for the PS4 than they do with the PS3?
Yeah.
I gotta go back and revisit that.
they do one brand new one on each, or one free one on each every month.
Yeah, and they have like a rotating stable of like 20 games
Then
at
they
a
do
time. So like they'll keep
discounted games.
adding, and
So you
then
can always go back and get them too?
well,
It's only for
it's going to be
limited.
for a limited time. Like I think soon Borderlands 2 might be falling off because you can get that for free right now, and that came out a while
Xbox
ago.
or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
Xbox, you can go get the Borderlands package, which comes with I think Bioshock, Borderlands, and something else for like $20 or less at Best Buy. I think right now it's on sale.
That's pretty cheap.
Yeah, for like 4
There's
games.
too many games I haven't finished to start
Right.
buying more.
Another like indie game, Stealth Incorporated, a clone in the dark. No idea what it's about,
Never
but it's a
heard
free
of
game, a little indie game, and I've really taken a liking to those because they're easily digestible. You can get a full experience in 4 or 5 hours.
The
which
Impossible
is
game
great.
is great.
That
Just-
rage
just
quit
go look
video
at
and
the
that
demo.
guy trying to play the Impossible
yeah,
game is hilarious.
Just go download the demo. That's
I
all
do
it is.
like Rage Quit. It's a great video. They actually had someone else do it in their company.
And then Castle of Illusion with Mickey Mouse is going to
Yeah.
be free this month.
I never played that either. I always wanted to.
Yeah, now's your chance. You're the big Disney fan. I'm surprised
I am.
you didn't play it. And then Xbox Games with Gold too.
Yeah, they have
I'm excited this month.
Hitman Absolution 3,
Yeah.
which is already out right now. And then what's the other one? Daylight or Deadlight?
Deadlight.
Deadlight. There you go.
I don't know much about that one, but Hitman Absolution's fun.
Yeah,
Always been a big fan of that. Started with the first series. I actually didn't play any of the other ones, only the first one, and that was, in my mind, brilliant.
Yeah, now it's free. You can play through.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I played Hitman ever. I don't think so.
Pretty much you're Agent 47, you're a bald guy that's very charismatic, you know, suit, red tie. What I like about these games is you're going into an area, and let's say there's gardeners and security guards in this game. You can kill a guy, you can don their clothing. So if you don the gardener clothing, the security guards don't recognize you as being, you know, a hitman.
Threat or
They're just like,
whatever.
oh, okay. But if you get close to the gardeners, they realize, like, oh, this man's not right. So you can sneak past them to get into restricted areas. But then you get to a new area, which, like, we'll say inside of a mansion is part of the first board. Like, well, gardener would look out of place inside the mansion. So then you can either A, try to sneak in, or kill somebody else and take the security guard's clothing. And killing is pretty much up to you. You can do as much or as little as you want.
So you could play the entire game and not kill a single person.
I don't know.
Well, you have to do
Well,
this.
there's
But there's a,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
there's a way to set it up, especially in the newer games, that you can pull off the hits without anybody knowing that it was like somebody killed him. It was like felt like natural causes. So you can like get certain things to kill them, make it look like they had a heart attack or this and that. So
Which adds to the replayability.
yeah, depends on how intriguing you want to get, or you just want to walk up, shoot somebody, and then run.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm more of a guns blazing, kill everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Trevor over here.
I used to do that in the first one for the PC. I'd play boards where I would just, okay, I'm going to try to eliminate every person in there that the game will allow and see if I can do that. and then I just try to go through with it going as little people as I want, and
Shouldn't kill the little people.
little people.
That'd be
Tyrion
awesome.
But then it's cool how, before games had achievements and trophies and stuff. Yeah, you'd think of those things like, this is how I want to do this.
Yep.
And you'd go back and say, okay, now I want to do this. And games used to be just for score.
The Easter egg and stuff.
And now it's just like, okay, get all the achievements or all the trophies. And
I'm not an achievement whore, so
Yeah,
if I get them, great.
I usually don't even. Sometimes I'll look at the list, but a lot of times it's just like bingo. What was the game? What did I get? Oh, I didn't even know that was achievements.
That's it. There's
The-
one
yeah.
game I finished all the achievements on, and it's the one that comes with Xbox 360.
Which one?
Hexic. The
That
puzzle,
came with
the
that
puzzle
puzzle
game
game?
that comes with 360. I'm ranked like top
I
150.
mean, I think I
do like
have it,
little,
but
like-
I don't think it came
Yeah.
with mine.
Yeah,
it's
it's
the
a
arcade.
It's in the arcade.
game. Didn't come with a disc. You had to download.
yeah, it was
Oh,
just like a
gotcha.
free download that
Okay.
everyone.
Yeah, I'm ranked
got.
like top 150 in the world. Like I spent
Then-
way too much
does
time.
it
That's probably,
still
that's
hold?
probably gone by now. He hasn't played
Last
it.
time I checked it, I was like 178, but like the top 50 are all boosted scores that are like 400 billion that are completely impossible.
You just think they're impossible.
When they
It's
have
like 5-year-old Asian
when they
kid.
have less breaks and less like stars than I do, it's like 5 stars, 38 breaks, 200 billion points. It's like, yeah, all right, that's bullshit.
Well, it's like, did you see the record now for the Xbox achievements?
over a million.
Oh yeah, the guy that
Hit
hit
over
a million points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He Twitch streamed his million hit.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like, that's cool and all, but like, I gotta work and shit.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is,
He said he's playing 16 to 18 hours a day.
and
Yeah.
he would get the import versions of games too. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna get Lego Star Wars, then I'm gonna go get the Japanese Lego Star Wars. Like,
Oh, so
that's
he's
easy.
double dipping.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
so he'd get 2,000 achievement
And then he
points.
buy the
in
same one
basically
for
the same game.
360 and Xbox One that he could now.
Was he doing it all on his own, or is he looking at guides to find out every
Well, I don't
achievement?
know. I know he was.
There's
he's
no way
playing
to
it on
do it
his own.
without
though.
guides.
He's playing the games on his own. He's not like having someone else.
But
Play.
yeah, it's not like a team of people. It was
Yeah.
the one
Well,
guy.
Oh no, I mean like Assassin's Creed. I was like, find all the feathers.
360.
Trying to find all the feathers.
Well, he was
in
doing
your own
360
cake
now
for
and
it.
God.
Xbox One at the
No,
same time.
Yeah, it's
oh yeah, and Xbox One. Yeah.
But now they also gave him a bunch of cool stuff. Like they gave him a gold card,
lifetime
Xbox
gold membership, and then
online.
Isn't
Yeah,
it made
it's
out of gold or something?
Yeah.
his little card is or something like that. Yeah, it's like gold.
He got
plated.
invited to the Xbox One premiere.
Yeah, like the
release
launch
party.
They gave him a white one, just like the
And
rest.
he was
of the
at
games, so.
like 900,000 points at that point.
The white ones are ugly. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't mind either one. I mean, the white one probably looks dirtier, but
when
like
you
mine
live
does.
in the future, you'll
White.
like the white.
White people.
Hey, it's like going into the Apple store. Everything's white.
Except for the geniuses. Sorry, that was horrible.
We might have to cut that though.
Whatever, it was just honesty.
Technical difficulty.
So we've covered the free games, right? Deadlight, yeah, I don't even know what that is. It's got to be an indie game because usually they do one kind of full retail release and one indie game.
Yeah, I really haven't been downloading the 360 ones because I really have all my rooms set for GTA on there. So
And all your maps from.
yeah, well, I got rid of
Call
some
of
of my
Duty
maps because I
stuff.
You
got
have like a 20 gig hard drive.
I have like the original Xbox still. Like mine broke once, I red ringed, and I got a brand new one. And then like I had a secondary one I traded in that didn't have a hard drive, so I was just swapping the hard drives back and forth. So
You
really,
got like the 10 gig hard drive.
Probably,
That's why I like my Elite.
it's so.
That's what I
but
had,
it
but
doesn't-
then that finally failed. Right after Mason was born, that failed, and it's like, oh,
Red Ring?
But at that
No.
point, what was
it
that
wasn't
really
a red
doing?
ring, it was something else.
Besides
Did you
downloading
send
the
it in?
maps and playing new games, I would delete the
Password.
older games that I beat, so I really
Doesn't
never
matter.
ran out.
You still get it fixed for $100.
Well, I figured either pay $100 or I could buy the new S model for slightly more, which
Fair
gives you
enough.
the bigger hard drive, it gives you the Wi-Fi, it gave me
Another controller.
another controller.
I still got the built or the Wi-Fi
Plus
attached to the
it's-
back of my unit.
But besides being quieter, it also is. I think the original one was 15 microns, the die size
Yeah.
for the processor and graphics card, and they moved it down to 13,
Okay.
which means that it uses less power and produces less heat. So it also has less chance of failure.
I'm actually surprised mine hasn't.
Well, like,
been,
really,
considering
once mine
how many
broke, I don't
times it's
know,
been left on, like,
Once they
overnight.
changed everything, because you would send yours in, and most of the time they wouldn't send you the same one back, they would just send you another one.
Yeah.
So really, I really don't have the same one I originally started with, the red ring, but they
Yeah.
sent me a new one, so.
At least those problems are behind them, right?
I know somebody went through 5, but
We all went through
I'm on my third.
one, right? You went through one, I went through
I went, yeah, I've
I've
had
read
two
Ring
total.
Yeah.
overall, it's my favorite system out of everything I've had. All the other,
Yeah.
I was looking at the systems the other day, I'm like, oh, I loved NES games. I loved Super NES games. Never had that till my wife brought it. came with the marriage. The Genesis is what my brother had. Love that system. 3DO, I have some great games. PlayStation, PS2, Xbox. I have more games than anything for the 360.
Yeah, it's had the best lifespan too, really though.
PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2 thing had
PS2
I don't
was
think it
pretty
really
good.
did.
Well, it has
it
a
was
long
good, but it didn't-
lifespan, but I can't say
I mean, it's still
there's-
going now, but like I'm talking about in the U.S., it's really not. I mean, they do still release new games for it, but it's mostly in like South America, Brazil, stuff like that.
What?
That they're playing
What are you
stuff.
talking?
The
Are we talking about the
PlayStation
same
2
thing?
games. He's talking about PlayStation 2 lifespan.
I'm just saying, yeah, in
Their
general, I
lifespan's
think
still going because they're still
yeah.
releasing games for it now, but
I just
Well, I mean, you could say they're not really. I mean, you could still say they're releasing
they
games
just
for the
released
Dreamcast.
FIFA 14 for it.
Right, but you know,
Yeah,
I
I
just
think it'll be last year.
Updated sports
but
games
quality,
are another-
like quality wise, there's if I look at the games that I had to have absolute for the PS2, there's only a handful.
Yeah. I think 360 is one of the first systems that was like, okay, we got the graphics thing conquered, so let's start going back to storyline of games and making games. PS2, Xbox, towards the end seemed to be more about, hey, this game looks good, but they gave up like story and plot and everything else for a good-looking game. Where Xbox, I think, kind of balanced that out better.
I think what
360.
Xbox started with the original Xbox was, you know, it wasn't that much time from past where when we played games, I played games sitting next to you on the couch. Now I don't have to. You can be at your house, I can be at mine. And that's what the 360 did so much better than all the other systems, is let you have that service, the software, the servers were amazing.
they've mastered the online multiplayer.
Because
aspect of it.
PlayStation 3
But
still was
I
bad.
know that we would all have a whole lot of fun if we were sitting and playing Mario Party in the
Well,
same
we
room.
should.
Oh, damn straight.
They just released their thing now. You can start recording Nintendo on YouTube and stuff.
Which Nintendo?
Any Nintendo. You can record all
Oh,
of
you
them.
mean like they won't go and pull it anymore?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So now you can actually record Mario Party and play it.
Yeah, that'd be fun. All the console talk really leads well into the whole fact that we're going to the Classic,
Yep.
finally. So, and that's actually the thing I'm probably most excited to see is the console museum.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
I want to see all the Japanese consoles and you know the old Famicom, Super Famicom
Those things are
disc, you know.
hideous.
Oh yeah, they were terrible. But you can play them all.
Yeah.
So that'll be, you know, they'll have some game showcase too where you can play, and then all those weird one-off systems. And I hope they probably won't have it, but I remember when we were little kids, my grandpa came over with this weird video game thing. That I don't know where he got it.
Virtual Boy.
No.
My retina's hurt.
Yeah.
My tennis made my eyes bleed.
That'd be
It was
awesome
like-
if they had that there, though. I'd play.
Why wouldn't they have
I
that?
think they
Because
will.
They're go.
You think someone might want to take it? Be like, it's Virtual Boy.
They'll have it locked down or welded to the stand.
So it was some weird. It was like a light gun thing, but the games were VHS. It was like VHS tapes.
Okay, I had the
And the one-
I had that. My gun though was like a spaceship, and you could fly the
You
spaceship.
gotta
and-
not Kanye West me and let me
Okay,
finish.
let me finish.
So it was like you put the one tape I remember. It was like you're going through a haunted house, and you have this gun, right? And but like the monsters, they weren't scary, and they had like big white dots like
So you
on
can
them
shoot 'em?
where you're supposed to shoot them. It was the weirdest thing ever. No idea what it was called. I hope it's there,
Oh.
just so I can figure out what it was.
Yeah, no, I had a spaceship when my grandma bought me one year for my birthday, and like the gun was a spaceship, and it was a light gun, and you held the bottom of it, and you could fly like the ship back and forth, and it would like recognize you were flying it, and it had like the little thing move, and you're playing a VHS tape, and when you shot stuff, it recorded that it reflected it back off of whatever was shooting on the
Yeah.
unit, so it wasn't like the VHS did anything; it was all in the.
Right.
And-
yeah, I wonder if it is like the same company or the same.
Yeah, I don't
thing,
know,
or
but it
just
was
some
super
weird.
fun.
You don't remember the name of it?
I don't. I mean, I was like 5, 6 years old playing this thing. It was so awesome, but yeah, it was weird.
And yeah, aside from that, probably hang out at the booth. You know, go and check out what's going on.
Yeah.
So-
But yeah, the console museum for me is
So did we
like
decide?
number one.
Did we decide what consoles we're taking for sure?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we'll have a Nintendo set up with Dr. Mario, and then we'll do the Dreamcast with Soul Calibur 2.
Yeah.
Right? Soul Calibur 2.
So kept I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Probably the
Come by.
best one.
Play, and if you can
Still like one, but
I
kick
don't
some
think I
ass
ever
in Soul
played
Calibur,
two.
maybe you walk away with something a little free.
I bought.
Trinket or something.
I bought. What was it September 9th? 1999.
$9,999 Sega Dreamcast.
Bought it then and took that to college. So many people sitting in my dorm room playing that system.
Burned every
I
CD
loved
possible.
that system.
No, I didn't do that until 2
Yeah.
years ago.
We don't condone pirated games.
I'm not saying we
But
do.
back then they had
Unless
like
you
one of
have
the better
the
like
back.
sports game setups, like the 2K
Says
games
the
that
guy
come
with
off
the
there.
modded
Oh, the 2K
PS2
games
sitting
were
there.
amazing.
I don't have a PS2 actually,
Didn't you have a
and I
modded
never
PS2?
modded a PS2.
No, the person who had the modded PS2, I had the
yeah.
modded PS1 because I got mine done at
Your
Model.
PS1 was modded though.
But
Yeah,
Alex
it
didn't.
wasn't.
Alex didn't he have
Mine?
an import one, or was his modded? 'Cause
No,
I remember-
this is mod.
I remember he always had a disc. You could take it out, put it in, so he could play Japanese games. I think that's why he modded his, so he could play the
Sounds like
imports. Yeah. Because I remember we were playing the Dragon Ball Z games over there for some reason,
Yeah.
and then like
'Cause
an
we
old
could.
Naruto game or something. So yeah.
So what are you waiting for? The classic.
Pretty much the same as you. That arcade, the Hall of Fame, or what'd you call it?
Oh, the museum.
The museum. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. The
Yeah.
Hall of-
Because I was like, there's
That's
the
a Hall of
hall,
Fame to me.
but there was like a thing too with like all the pinball games and stuff, which
No,
I'm not
no.
going to be able to go to on Friday night.
No, the museum, just to see.
They're gonna have a pinball tournament there too, though, right?
Very curious on what all the systems look like and the selection of this for the systems I do know. What game did they put out?
Yeah.
I expect the 3DO to be there. I love the 3DO, but what game are they going to have to play?
Yeah, because he
No.
said in our interview that only one game was going to be in each system, so it's not like you could walk up, put extra games in. It was all
Yeah.
locked down.
I'll bring my own.
Yeah.
You could just bring your own 3DO,
Yeah, there we go.
and we could set it up if you wanted to.
Thought about it.
I'm looking forward to just to see like all the tournaments and stuff going on. I want to see the.
So you're going on
artwork.
Friday?
No, the tournaments are going to be on the weekend. They're doing like the Call of Duty tournaments and stuff like that on Saturday.
No, I thought all that stuff was Friday. Like
That's not what I
pre
said.
stuff.
Well, they're still going to be probably finishing it up on the weekday or weekend.
Yeah.
They, like whatever the preliminary stuff will be done, so I don't have to watch anybody get totally annihilated. That'll be good.
Looking forward to
Why
that.
didn't you enter?
I should have did the Call of Duty one. I was thinking about it. It was only $10. I am quite good at Call of Duty. I'm probably not as good as a lot of people in Wisconsin.
Just bring in your
I'm
snacks.
terrible.
This will go over well. But I think just the nostalgia of seeing some of the older systems and being able to play some of the old games would be, and the people watching will be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
wonder how
the
because
cosplay.
this is the first time I've ever been to one, so I wonder how like the cosplay is going to be. And I'm excited to be there because we're going to be stationed kind of in between. The exhibitors are going to be on one end of the hotel, and a handful of other things, and then everything else will be on the other side of the hotel. So we're going to kind of be in the walkway in between. So we're going to get all the people back and forth. So
I want to
I'm pretty psyched to
see Nintendo
meet
stuff because they're gonna try pushing stuff everywhere now because they're having trouble. So
Yeah.
they got the Pokemon booth.
Well, and you see they just announced today Smash Brothers for the Wii U and the 3DS, so that'll be their big game for this year.
Yeah, they've been showing a lot of characters for that for a while now, and like the Mario Kart, they're showing stuff for.
Yeah. What was I going to say? I was very excited. I don't know if you noticed on our Twitter, I tweeted and then I found, Sushi X from Electronic Gaming Monthly, if you guys read that way back in the day, they had like the 4 reviewers at Sushi X and Trickman Terry. Found them on Twitter and they retweeted what I put out and I was like, oh man, it's like
Oh, they're
childhood
talking about stuff, too?
idols or whatever, right? Just Trickman, I think.
I know I seen one of them.
So what
following
was it
us
you
now.
tweeted?
Just about that classic, because their group of, their like kind of podcast affiliated group is going to be there too.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool. It was like,
No, that was someone's.
that was like little kid me was totally geeked out about it.
Bigger fun.
Yeah. It wouldn't have been had you not brought it up though.
Oh no, it was there.
Everyone heard
Everybody
it.
heard it.
So,
So what are you guys playing? Because we didn't do that.
yeah, we sure didn't. Bioshock Infinite. Finally playing it.
Great game.
Oh my god.
Such a
I love it.
How
There's-
far are you?
I just got to import. Have you guys played it?
Yep.
I haven't played any of the Bioshocks.
It doesn't
you
matter.
care then?
At this point, there's no spoilers. That game is so old. There's got to be a limit. It's
No, I
no
don't plan on
spoilers.
playing it, so go ahead.
You played it?
No spoilers.
I own it.
So I just got to the point where the second time you like get the ship back from what's her name, like Daisy,
Yeah.
the leader of like the Resistance, and it was like you start making these alternate realities where oh, you were a martyr, and then you're trying to fly back. And
Is that where you got like the weapons from the Asian guy? Where you go back and forth?
yeah, it's after that.
Yeah, right after
Yeah.
that.
So then you just like the ship crashed again, and there was those two people like playing the piano, and you just moved the piano out of the way, and then I stopped because I had to go to the store or something.
It's a great game. I love every game.
But all this like the religion stuff and the racial stuff, it's like that's the kind of things that games need to have. You know, just to challenge people's thoughts and, you know, bring out some of these things that, you know.
I do like the twist.
Most games are just, hey, you're a guy in the military and you want to shoot other guys that aren't in your same military.
They're wearing
Go
a
kill all these
different
people
color
at the
gray
airport.
uniform.
Yeah, right?
No, I do like the twist on the religious stuff where it's like the religion of the founding fathers.
Yeah.
So like that was really cool. You know, like they have the posters and like statues of George Washington and everything. That was
Yeah.
really cool.
What are you playing, Dan?
I'm still playing Titanfall. It's quite an awesome game. I downloaded everything, played a little Resogun stuff for my PS4 because I picked one up, and then that's about it. I want to download the maps. I haven't yet. They just came out for Call of Duty where you can be the Predator. I definitely want to do that.
So that is real?
That is
I
real.
wasn't sure if that was a
It's so-
April Fool's prank or not.
No, yeah.
And then,
They,
like, eventually they're going to run out of things and they go, but you can be the troll from Troll.
they
You
did
could be the Terminator, the T-1000.
the best
Yeah.
is they did a fake one for Titanfall. Someone made a fake one where, like, instead of being a Titan, you were Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that would be awesome. I would be Optimus Prime kicking ass.
See a semi just pass, yeah.
And then it transforms, you jump in his chest, he's just like, bam!
What are you playing?
I'm playing right now. It's pretty much a rotation between South Park and the Stick of Truth, Grand Theft Auto, and Diablo: Reaper of Souls.
Oh, you got the expansion?
It's so good.
I still didn't get Diablo 3. I don't do a lot of computer games, but I do want to get...
You got Diablo 3 on 360, right?
No, I don't care about that.
Yeah, well, and then-
Shadowrun Online.
Yeah.
Coming
I've been
soon. They have, like,
It's been
the...
coming soon for like 2 years though.
But no, the other one already came out, and they had
Is it could be...
update for that one too already, I think.
Well, because Shadowrun
expansion.
Returns was the single-player computer game. It's like a campaign.
Turn-based strategy.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's this new one going to be? Like?
This is Shadowrun Online, which is apparently
Open world.
a continuation of the story from Shadowrun Returns. But it's going to be, you can make campaigns. It'll be like what we did
Which one did you back?
in high school. Neither.
Oh, I thought you were going to back one of them.
I was gonna, but then I'm stupid.
Well, the one that was
Missed it.
back, didn't that come out already? On
I think you were
Kickstarter?
both back.
They were both on Kickstarter,
Yeah,
I thought.
Okay. I thought, because one of them came out, it was
Yeah.
a third
The turn-based strategy one came out, and then they had actually like a DLC or something like that came out for it too. Because I seen.
Yeah, it's
a
like
bunch
the
of them.
three-quarter perspective.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's-
isometric.
And then you
Yeah.
go in like a
Yeah.
room, and then it's turn-based strategy from there. Like the combat is actually like the real combat.
And the
Yeah.
online versions are going to be like that as well?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's gonna be where I could create my own like runs and publish them, and then other people could go down. You know, it could be you. I could send it out to like my crew of runners, or I could just put it out there for anybody, you know, in Hong Kong to download and play.
Nice.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be fun.
What are
So
you
that's
playing, Kurt?
exciting.
As I mentioned earlier, the Fable Anniversary and Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah. What level are you now?
I haven't been actually. I'd say about
It's like 250.
98% of the last 3 months that I've played has not been grinding. It's been mostly just effing around. Like, I'm gonna go, I have a tank, and I'm gonna hop in the tank, and I'm just gonna hunt down regular players.
See, Jeremy will
Or-
be on when I get home from work, so then I'll jump in and we'll do like I'm level
Jeremy will
45
grind.
or 46.
So you're
now.
almost up to me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like
Yeah.
46.
Yeah,
I'm
47.
30.
But I don't play as
Finally
much as
30.
anybody else anymore.
Yeah, Jeremy will go on to grind, to build levels. I'll go on and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna just ride the bicycle and just jump up top of cars. Or
Well,
I'm
the,
gonna.
the best of all, Jeremy's grinding. He's not really grinding for himself. He's grinding for everyone else, and he's just gaining levels because he's helping everyone else play the matches that he knows are getting XP and a lot of money.
Yeah. See, and yeah, I want to get to whatever level allows me full access to everything.
100.
That's 120.
I just want to get to the level so when I'm playing with you, I can call a mugger and they'll come and rob you. That's all I want.
What level do you have to beat to have a mugger?
50.
Is that what it is?
You're not even level 50?
No, because I don't play it as much as anybody else. I've stopped playing it because everything else is on now. Like I played it when it first came out,
I
and
text
then
you
like
bitches every time I play.
I know, and I just haven't been able to get on.
Yeah, the
Every once in a while I got on.
120 is the last time you get an update, and that's the minigun. But there's.
But
I
you
mean,
can get a minigun anyways
Yeah.
without being on it.
Well, you
Once
can't,
you run out of
can't-
ammo, it's
yeah,
like
you can't
done.
go and buy more ammo. Right now I'm level 74 or 5, and I have pretty much most of the stuff I need.
The only thing that Jeremy has that you don't is the rocket launcher. and that's at level 100.
Yeah, because he's last when I was on it, he was like 106.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
that's
he's
nuts.
like 113 now, as of last night. He's like, well, I gained 3 levels a night.
Well, it's
Yeah,
'cause,
I can't play it.
you have like level 2 players jump on with him and they run that one mission like twice and they're level 14 and it's like, hey, look,
Yeah.
go get shit now.
Yeah.
He'll hop on with like strangers. I'll just make a private world and I'll just mess around or.
Yeah, I just got what's his name, so I can get like have him find me helicopters and planes. I think or something.
Lester?
Like that.
Lasting.
Yeah, like, well, I had Lester, but now he does more stuff for me. That's about it.
I don't know, playing with Jeremy got me back up to like $400,000 so I actually have money to do
Yeah.
stuff again. I'm not like,
I'm
I
still
can't
like-
buy all my ammo because I only have $38. I gotta
it's
go
like-
to rob a store.
When the stimulus package came out and everyone was like, I'm going to buy a bunch of shit. I was just like, buy an apartment.
That's what I
Oh, you know,
That's it.
I bought an apartment and
And that's it. So I have like
you guys
hundreds of
lucked out on
thousands of
that.
dollars.
Well, you didn't get that?
Well, no, I played before that. I played from day one.
And bought it.
You know how long it took to earn the money to buy an apartment? It took hours. It's not like, it's like, oh, I'd love to have this car, but I can't really keep it. I only have this car with the tracker because I have no garage. I have no garage because I need to
But
save
you
up
could've-
money.
You could have saved all your money and waited until they
And
gave you the
that's-
stimulus package and then bought an
Well,
apartment.
that wasn't
He
known.
didn't know it was coming out
Oh.
though.
You know,
What
they
you
had
could have done
bidders.
is you could have played single player first, and by the time you're done with single player, the stimulus package was out.
Yeah.
That's why I
Yeah.
didn't play it.
That's what we were doing.
I completely finished single player before I started multiplayer, really.
I didn't completely finish it because I didn't find all the goddamn radioactive things in the submarine. I was like, nah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I
It's
did
kinda
everything
fun.
else, but I was not doing that. And I didn't do all the knife fights because I only did the what you need to do the 100% the game.
Yeah.
The witch fights?
The knife fights.
Oh, yeah, because you only had to do half of them.
Yeah, I think you had to do like 8 of whatever it was, or
Yeah.
16 of them or something, whatever.
But it was fun. Anyway,
I got
we should,
100% sure it's all matters.
Yeah.
Franklin.
we should probably wrap it up. I think you need
I
to
gotta
go.
go.
I gotta go. I gotta wake up early, so.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta work in the morning like always.
Me too. I will play trivia tonight though. We're defending champs.
So
First time I've won. I was happy about it.
everybody likes a winner.
Last time we were there, me and Matt, we would have won, but Alex didn't believe me about a comic book question.
What was
Yeah.
the question?
It was which Green Lantern had died and came back as like a White Lantern or something like that, and he was like, "No, I swear to God, it's this person." I'm like, "No, it's not." And I had like the answer, and then when he was like, he went up there and tried to argue with the guy, and I was like, "No, I was right. You were wrong. Submit it."
Anyway, we'll see you at the classic, hopefully.
Yeah.
And until then, we're some kind of monkeys, and so are you.
Good game.